Okay, so in 934, Norway had this king named Håkon the Good. And Norwegian legend says that he became king after usurping his brother Eric Bloodaxe because Eric sucked and was a mean king. It's said that Eric killed some of his siblings so that he could maintain control of being king of Norway, hence the Bloodaxe name, I guess. But a few of the more powerful lords had decided to back Håkon being king to get rid of Eric, plus Håkon promised to give them tax breaks on their land. So Håkon became king, but Håkon had been living in England, and while in England, he had become Christian. So as king, he wanted to convert the heathen pagan Norwegians to Christianity. And he tried to build some churches and had some clergy come over from England to get the ball rolling. But then the lords who previously backed him were like, no, we like our pagan ways, and if you keep this up, we're going to pull our support. So Håkon was like, okay, fine, but I at least want us to celebrate Christmas because he wanted to slip some Christianity in there somewhere. Like, would he even be a proper king if he didn't try to control the religious beliefs of his people, you know? So he instituted a rule that people had to celebrate Christmas at the same time as their celebrations for Yule. Yule was the midwinter celebration of the Germanic people that was said to span 12 days and include things like Yule logs, Yule goats, feasting, holly, evergreen trees, candles, swearing oaths, aka making New Year's resolutions, etc. Håkon instituted a rule that everyone had to have at least 4 gallons of ale and keep celebrating as long as your ale lasted. There are stories that I'm not sure how exactly historical they are, but they are entertaining nonetheless, of how Håkon would make the sign of the cross over his goblet of ale before he drank from it during the seasonal festivities to try to invoke his Christian beliefs, and people mistook it for a sign of Thor's hammer. There are also stories of Håkon being pressured to eat horse meat, as it was common for people to slaughter livestock during this time and feast on the meat, as they would not be able to feed all the livestock through the cold, harsh northern winters. Horse meat was considered the most special of livestock meats and was used as a way to honor the god Odin. So anyway, it's said that Håkon was being pressured at a feast one year to eat the horse meat and toast Odin, and he was like, nah, I'm good. The people were like, just have a little bit of the gravy or have a little bit of the fat, and he refused again, but people got pretty upset and offended. So in order to keep the peace, he was like, fine, I'll stand over the cooking meat and like inhale the steam or whatever. But everyone was really mad about how lame that was. So then the next year rolls around and everyone was like, okay, you have to actually have some horse meat this time. So he was strong-armed into eating some horse liver and toast to Odin without making the sign of the cross over his cup, by the way. Poor Håkon. It's tough to be a nice king who wants to keep the peace, but thus began the blending of Christmas with ancient Yule traditions. If you thought this was interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. I love you. Bye.